On to the next game that some good and bad in New Brunswick, Piscataway, wherever we were. Obviously, getting down 17 is not something that you feel very good about. We felt very strongly that Harper would play. We prepared for that, and yet it was not the start we wanted, obviously. Thought we fought back, thought we had a really good idea of what we wanted to do. Start the second half and kind of did that with Tommy until he rolled his ankle. But that changed a little bit. Got a lead, and then couple of turnovers and a couple of blown defensive assignments. But can't do that on the road. Can't miss free throws. But again, pretty proud of the fight that we had in a really tough environment. Obviously, Minnesota coming off a win against Penn State on the road. As one of the great players in the league. Dawson's been around a long time. He's putting up great numbers. They've been a team that is been playing very hard. A team that has been playing very connected. They're shooting the ball particularly well. And then you have a focal point in Dawson that everybody plays around. So not an easy one. We've got to get back playing better. A lot of flu still going around. Trey's better. He'll be in practice today. We've got Draven Gibbs Lawhorn. Draven's out with it. So he's try to see how that goes, but when it's the upset stomach and diarrhea and everything else, it's not a real pleasurable thing. Tommy's ankle is a factor. Don't have any idea what his status will be at this point, but not practicing, very swollen. So we'll see what his status is moving forward.
What was the communication with him during the game? Did he tell you how he's feeling or what? I know he went in for another minute, but that's about it.
He's a tough SOB because that sucker was swollen up right away. He's said he could go. They retaped. The pretty special thing about Tommy, ultra competitive, very mature. Kind of has has the mentality where he's always thinking about others. He knew we needed him, and it was where he was off to a great start in the second half with some post ups. He knew what we were trying to do in the second half, and bad break, steps on a guy's foot, and, so he knew his importance, and there's nothing worse than that feeling of a rolled ankle and just then kind of getting back into it. He missed a clean look and a front end of a one-on-one, but we have to have Tommy, and Tommy's a big part of what we do, and he knows that.
So when you say Dre was out, you meant a practice. His status for tomorrow is still up in the air, I would imagine.
I mean, we're not going to put anybody in we don't want vomit on the court and or other things. So it's just zapped guys. It's the energy, and anybody who's had it, and we all hear it's going around the schools, and so we're trying to prevent it, wiping everything down, washing hands constantly, but it's just kind of a nasty thing hitting us.
Will today be Trey's first day back at practice?
Yes, we didn't do anything yesterday. We got home at 3:30 in the morning, so we had fog and weather-related issues getting back. So yesterday was a lot of individual meetings, and we didn't do anything.
What are the conversations with KJ as he works through this February kind
He's
of
great, man. Just we believe in him. We love him to death. He's the best players in the country. You know, you know, I'm a really big believer in that when you're a part of a team and you're part of and you go through this, and I guess it's a lot of years of wisdom. You can't change the past, and I'm very much about living in the moment as a basketball player. And you know, it's kind of your next shot mentality. You forget about it. You don't worry about a streak. You don't worry about a good game or a bad game. You just have to find a way to learn from the past and mistakes, but live in the moment. And you know, that's what we're talking to him about. He's just turned 18 years old. He's had a lot of new experiences, and he's been absolutely phenomenal all year. And you know, he hit a rough spot, and you know, I'd like to think that his that's what we get paid to do, is help young people get through problems and you know, or challenges. And he's very self-critical. He's a perfectionist. He wants to be perfect all the time, and that's a great quality. Sometimes you just gotta, you know, say what the heck and move on, and we're trying to help him get there.
How do you feel like the guys are handling just kind of the turbulence the last few weeks, the sickness, the injury, the inconsistent results? Just
Probably better than me. It's hard. It stinks. I mean, injury stinks, and you know what our ceiling is. We've shown that. You know how close we can be, and yet there's you know, a bit of being uncomfortable. And when you got things that rock that boat, and it's just all the sicknesses, and it's the you know, and injuries, and you can't prevent that. You have to roll with the punches. It's the biggest challenge in sport, you know. And there's no G League team, or there's nowhere else to go. We're going to play the guys we've got, and yet it's you always come out better on the other side. Every single situation I've been in, I believe that, and you know, you fight through it and you become better.
When Trey was out, what did you feel you were missing the most there?
Rebounds, another defender with legit size, 6'6", 6'7" size and length and athleticism, and you know, a guy that's you know, a slasher, a cover. So yeah, you know, there's a deficiency there, you know, with the we don't have, and you know, it was you know, a little tough sledding there for you know, especially early. But you know, those are things, especially when we weren't rebounding the basketball. You know, Trey's just such a live wire and an active body and a good athlete, and you know, coming off a 13 rebound game at Nebraska, and those are things that he can help provide, those extra possessions.
What's kind of guiding, you said the players are probably handling it better than you. What's kind of guiding you through seeing the bigger picture when that?
Yeah, I mean, I got a great staff. You know, it's every single day I'm trying to be the most positive guy in the building. You know, our staff may laugh at that sometimes, but there's really, I mean, we're blessed. We get to go do what we love to do every single day, and that's play basketball. And I'm not worried about what I can't control. What I can control is how good we get every day at practice with the guys we have. And we've got to continue to grow. And I always keep thinking big picture. And there's no easy ones in this league, but you know, we'll when we get it right, we'll be really, really special. And I feel that all these are just great opportunities for somebody else to step into a great role.
Along those lines, are you, when that time comes, hoping the committee understands that you've been missing certain guys?
We got 6 quad 1 wins. I mean, we're one of the most, had one of the, I don't even worry about any of that yet. I know we got 6 quad 1 wins, and I think just about every game we got on the schedule's pretty close to that. So, you know, that's for somebody else to figure out that, you know, we've played a lot of games without, you know, our best players.
You guys got down double digits in the first half of your last 2 road games. What has to be different to make sure that's not the case on tomorrow?
I don't know. My pregame speech probably. We've got to be on point, and I just don't think we've thrown. We haven't thrown any haymakers to start. It's been a lot of early turnovers, a lot of missed opportunities. My pregame speech has got to be, you know, paint peeling, I guess, to get them going and moving, and we've got to play with great swagger and confidence, and we've had that a lot, and obviously maybe not as much here in the last couple, but you know, we were able against Ohio State to fight back and do that. Our home crowd was a big part of that, but we've got to take the hate and the venom from the opposing team's crowd and turn that into a positive for us. So we've got that same fire in our belly.
With Will, playmaking wise, I mean, you talked about it a lot recently. Is that something maybe you want to even go to more early, or
absolutely.
emphasize from the get-go?
It's pretty hard to do it more than we're doing it, but yeah, you know, I think the one thing when somebody gets on a heater, you know, I've always been that coach, and I'm going to keep going to it till it's dry. But one thing he's doing is not scoring it. I mean, 6 assists and making others better, and that's the growth that Will's had, is just his ability to, you know, he found Merez on a roll. He's making the right plays, the right passes. He's starting to see the game. Jeremiah Williams, an elite defender. I mean, physical, and pushed him and shoved him and bumped him off every cut. None of that fazed him, and that's very unique for someone like him. He just played in the moment. He picks his spots, and you know, it's nice to see that growth. You know, it's the old cliche: good players make themselves better, great players make their teammates better. And now he's really starting to elevate his teammates, and it's a positive sign for us.